to go. My name is Maria Avalos, and I am a Triple P facilitator with First Five Mendocino. I have about 4 years experience facilitating these groups around Mendocino County. Obviously, before COVID, we did these classes in person. So we would meet once a week for 2 hours every week for about, depending on the program, 8 weeks or 5 weeks. And it was a really great way to, get to know people, get to talk to people, building that community. And I'll let Carlos introduce himself.
So my name is Carlos Jacinto, and basically a native here to Ukiah. Grew up here and came into, I forgot the year I came into Triple P. It's been some years that I've been doing Triple P, and I mostly facilitate teen and standard for younger children, group classes. And I myself raised a son and a daughter. Juan Carlos is now 22 years old, and I think I scored with him, so got lucky. He's awesome and on track with family, business, job, house, all that stuff. And just made me a grandfather. So it continues. My daughter's 17, so yahoo, teenage daughters was different than my son, being raised in a Latino family with all our upbringings and trying to balance what she needs compared to what he got, and why don't I get what he gets? And she's awesome. She's also running her business now. She's going to graduate early from high school, and she's going to the college, beauty college in Santa Rosa, and works at a boutique here. So really, really proud of her. So I like to show off and brag about my kids. But other than that, I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys and really wanting to see how many questions you guys are willing to ask and take whatever information would be helpful for your agency.
And pretty much like the groups, this is how they're kind of based. So, we have a small group of parents, so we're able to kind of engage with each parent and, provide that kind of support as the group goes on. So I'm so glad that we have, a smaller group. It's very intimate. We get to, see people. I'm so happy to see people in person.
Yeah.
We're so used to Zoom right now still, and so we're really excited to have you here.
Has anybody, I know you guys have done Triple P before. Anybody else familiar with Triple P? Yeah, Bonnie? Mm-hmm. Great. So, anybody want to help us read the first pillar? These are the 5 pillars of Triple P, just so we get a little interaction going.
Having a safe, interesting environment.
Yeah, we'll just go in order if you guys want to. Yeah. Having a safe and interesting environment. Why do you guys think this is one of the pillars in Triple P? How do you guys think this would help strengthen families? Any idea?
I would say it's a high priority, whether it's in the classroom, but then more importantly, building that like at home.
Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons, on top of what you just shared, is it's called what are the 3 P's for? Do you guys remember? Positive, the Triple P, Positive Parenting Program, right? Triple P. Oh, it's right up there. And so the whole key here is positive when we think of Triple P. So what's not positive is saying don't or no when we strengthen our families. So we try to get rid of those types of sentences and instructions. So having a safe home where you don't have to keep telling your children, don't touch those outlets, don't jump here, don't get chemicals out of here. When you have a safe place, it lowers that language, so you can focus on parenting instead of saying no. is another reason besides the physical safety, right? Anybody want to help us with the next one?
Having a positive learning environment.
Uh-huh. And who would like to guess how that strengthens the family? Having a positive learning environment would relate to being available. You know, is one of children learn from the first teachers, right, which are the parents. So one of the hardest things to do is when our children come to us to drop what we're doing when they need us. We usually say, I'll be right there, or I'll talk to you after this. And the learning environment here is, it's concentrated points. When you actually drop what you're doing when a child comes to you with a question, that's gold. That 1 minute of that time is like a whole weekend at Six Flags or whatever at the park. So we try to always focus on that. The next one is using assertive discipline, which is acting right away, not leaving it for later, being consistent. If they got a quiet time for this behavior, that they always get it for that behavior, and staying calm. Then we also have having realistic expectations. Children learn differently, you know, they act differently. And also, we're never perfect parents. So we have to have perfect or realistic expectations for us as parents. And then taking care of ourselves. If we're stressed as parents, it's hard to parent correctly, right? If we're carrying that, we can get angry, we could yell more. So it's always important to take care of ourselves, so we're parenting as much as we can. Any questions on these 5 pillars or comments? Okay, well, we'll just go really quick with the next slide so that Maria can continue.
One quick thing.
Yeah.
In groups before with other classes, we talked about just being able to define discipline, you know, because I think we all have ideas of what discipline is. So again, it's just kind of like the way we teach, the role modeling. It's not like abusive or verbally. It's just kind of like, just to kind of go around the room and define, like, what's your definition of discipline? Or how are you taught? So again, just to kind of help build a conversation about just breaking down the word discipline. It's pretty much overall just positive teaching.
Yeah, and also
like
differentiating that it's not, you know, that corporal punishment, or, you know, people hear discipline and they automatically assume, you know, negative. But, you know, yeah, definitely that's something that comes up with a lot of parents for us in our groups. So just differentiating and kind of figuring out what does discipline look like for me and ways like that. So does it work?
Yeah.
You know, when we have our groups, we definitely tell the parents, this is a class. We are offering a toolbox for you. This is in addition to maybe what already works for you. You are the parent. You are the one that's knowledgeable and knows your child. What will work, what will not work. We're not here to tell you this is what you're supposed to do. Like, you know, the previous presenter said, we can't tell parents how to parent, but we can model that behavior. We can give them new tools that they can use. So Triple P is evidence-based, and it is something that, you know, works to help prevent as well as treat some of the behavioral and emotional issues that children might deal with. You know, it's parent-driven. So again, we are offering this help, this support during the group, but we are also giving them the tools to be able to figure that out once the group is over. So we're giving them the tools to, you know, make a plan in the future for if something else comes up, because as we all know, children go through different stages in their lives, you know. Okay, yes, we got through with potty training, but now all of a sudden my child has night terrors at night. Or yes, we got through night terrors, but now we're moving to a different state, and, you know, my child has to go to a new school, and it's dealing with all of those interruptions and new things. So, you know, obviously emotional and, you know, their emotional needs are going to change, and maybe, you know, problems might arise again from that. And also cultural knowledge. You know, myself and Carlos, we are both bilingual, we are both bicultural, so we also bring that into our classes, as well as, you know, bringing in our own parenting experience to the classes. I love to share, stories about my children and what has worked for me, and to share examples, like how does this work, how does this play out, because in Triple P, a lot of it is we practice a lot. So, okay, so we're practicing how to say this or how to word this differently. And it sounds kind of awkward and a little forced in the beginning, but, giving examples of how do we say this or how do we use it